Are we running? Yeah, we're running. Good. Good morning. Nice to be here again. First of all, I have some thank yous to say, and that is, firstly, thank you to Paul Richardson for giving me a shout out the other evening. That's fantastic. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. And we have a new gaggle of subscribers in no particular order: Leon T66, Mike Garrett, Von Ketteringham, BJ Kernow, 1809, and I do believe also that British Legion is in there somewhere as well. Thank you all very much for subscribing. I am incredibly grateful. Let's see if we can make 3 figures. It's fantastic. So our Beccas command stand, I have finished the last figure of the 6. I did him yesterday, so he's done. Let's hopefully I can show you this. The sun is beating through my window, which is no bad thing normally, but I don't know how well you're going to see him. Let's turn this over a minute. Yeah, you can see that. That's not too bad. And that figure, whoever he is, I don't know who he is or who he's supposed to represent, but he's doing a bit of a Hermann Goering and wearing powder blue. And all the figures have had first coat of varnish, which is nice. So it's going to make a very good command stand. And I always think when you varnish figures, it pulls all the paintwork together, it makes it nice, as well as protecting it. I love this guy totally. I think he's wonderful. Fantastic. Lovely set to paint, actually. Beautiful set to paint. I mean, fantastic. And here's the guy himself. If I can get him. Such a... I think you can just about see him anyway, but you'll see him all on the finished command stand. But such a contrast to the British command stand. British box of figures by Talleyrand. Such a contrast. The French box is absolutely lovely, and the British box is just so disappointing. Too many Scots Greys in there for my liking. You know, if you want Scots Greys, you go and buy a box of Scots Greys. That's my personal opinion. You don't buy a box of British General Staff to get a whole gaggle of Scots Greys. But we will do a excuse me, a British command stand at some point, because we want one for our collection. Anyway, moving on. Our Zvezda French gunners have had the filler put on the bases and a coat of brown paint. So that's them done them this morning, and the artillery pieces have also had a coat of varnish, so that was another job I did this morning. And the basics for the artillery pieces have also had a coat of brown paint, so we can finish them with some highlights a bit later. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to ramble for a bit, because I just feel like rambling. Hopefully try and keep you all amused in these difficult times. So I'm going to start work on these 4 horses. We have, for this command stand, we have 3 mounted figures and 3 standing figures. Although I've got 4 horses, 1 horse is going to be in the background just with no rider on it. You sort of use your imagination and realize that 1 rider is dismounted. You'll see what I mean when you see the command stand. So I'm going to get some. That's Napoleon's horse, so that's going to be grey. Going to get some base colour on these horses. A couple of black, 1 brown, I thought, and obviously the horse for Napoleon is going to be white. So what yeah, we do that one black. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. We do that one brown. Do these 2 black. Right, so let's get some black going here. So I'm just going to ramble for a bit and see where the wind takes me, if you like. Oh, I have some. Oh, what I will say is the computer chess challenge that we're doing. This is the last day to nominate a machine. 3 or 4 videos ago, in the description, click the description, go in the description below, you'll see a list of machines. If you want to enter, pick the machine you think will win. Just let me know in a comment, let me know what you think will win. And you're entered, it doesn't cost anything. And whoever picks the winning machine is going to get a good prize out of this, I can assure you of that. It's going to take a while to run this computer tournament, this chess tournament, but then, personally speaking, I think we've got a lot of time. I think we're going to be here for a considerable time. So that's one reason why I did the chess challenge, because you've got to have something to do in the evenings, because I don't have a TV, I don't like TV. I do watch some stuff on YouTube, I gotta admit. So if you want to enter the chess challenge, last day is today. From tomorrow I will start putting up the results of the matches between the different machines, so you can follow your machine. Let's see if you've entered. Yeah, it's a bit of fun. It's a bit of fun, and it's interesting to see how these machines work. I have 1 machine. I'm not going to tell you which one at the moment, but I have 1 machine that for some reason plays incredibly well with the black pieces, which you're not supposed to do, really. You're not expected to win a chess match with the black pieces. It's always considered you win your games for playing white and possibly drawing. With the black pieces. If you can win with the black pieces, it's a bonus, but this one particular machine plays very well with black pieces, which is interesting, very interesting. So that's the computer chess challenge. I have also get some black on this horse. I have also some quiz questions for you. Now, you could all just go and Google these questions, look up the answers, but I would hope you would, to keep you amused, I hope you would all play in the spirit of the thing and just see if you know them off the top of your head. And don't look. See what I mean? I go to, or I used to before lockdown, I used to go to a quiz night every now and then in my local pub, and you'd get people there looking up the answers on Google and stuff on their iPhones. Now what's the point of entering the quiz night if you're going to do that? But you know, some people, but you see if you know these quiz questions. Okay, question 1. How long, in feet or meters, doesn't matter, how long is a DC-10 airliner from tip to tail? How long is a DC-10? This is one thing I didn't know. How long is do you think a DC-10 airliner is? I'm going to have to get some good black, I know that much. I'm going to have to get some Vallejo black. I'm not using Vallejo black at the moment. I'm using you see that? Yeah, Dalaroni black, which is sort of okay but not ideal, so I'm going to have to, when all this is over, I'm not going to order anything at the moment from eBay and stuff, because it probably won't get it. Who knows where it'll go with the postal system in sort of partial lockdown and all that. So I'm not going to order anything at the moment. When I do get out of all this, and we all get out of all this, I'm going to order a whole raft of stuff from eBay. This is my 21st day in lockdown, in self-isolation. 3 weeks today. I've not gone anywhere. I've not gone out anywhere. It starts to get a bit tedious after a while. So anyway, that's the first question. How long do you think a DC-10 airliner is from tip to tail? Yeah. Lovely day here actually. I would love to go out with my portable shortwave and do some DXing. I am actually going to have to go out before long, because I'm going to have to go to the chemist and see what sort of state they're in, because I'm running out of some of my medication. I take a whole raft of medication for different things, so I'm going to have to try and sort that out. So that was question 1. There's only 8 questions. That was question 1. Question 2, for a bit of fun. In the television series Armour Buses, which we all remember fondly, I'm sure, with old Blakey and what was the title character's name? Butler, wasn't it? I'll have you, Butler. Three parts to this question. What was the name of the company, the bus company that Butler used to drive for? I mean, most of us are of a age where we remember this series. So what was the company that Butler used to drive for. Second part to that question, what colour were the buses? Now in the movie, well, I think they did about 3 movies, one of which I have here. The buses were a different colour to the television series. I don't know why. But in the TV series, not the movies, in the TV series, what colour were the buses on the buses? And the third part of that question, name the conductor that always went on the same bus as the title character, Stan Butler. He always went around with the same conductor. They were nothing but trouble, them two. I don't know why the Inspector Blakey didn't split them up, just split them up and have done with it. And then I guess if they did that, there wouldn't be a TV series. So, but yeah, name Butler's conductor. Yeah, I'm looking forward greatly to seeing these horses painted out. If they come out as well as the riders, they're going to be spot on. Yeah. People seem to have this. How are we doing for time here? People seem to have this mystique about painting horses for some reason. They think there's some kind of mysterious sort of sort of technique to it almost, and there isn't. It's really quite straightforward, painting horses. I like painting horses actually. What I did when I first started was I went around my charity stores and looked for books on horses, and picked up some books on horses and horse coloration and stuff, which was great, very helpful. And I'll tell you another book I got. I'll show you another book I got in a second. Just let me paint this leg a minute. Another book I got, which is useful, but for me only to a point, is don't know if any of you got this book by that gentleman. That's a useful book to have on your shelf. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't like his painting style, I have to say, but it's useful for colour combinations and what colour works with this and what doesn't, and it's good for that, especially for painting horses. It goes into detail about different horse colorations and what colours to use to mix together, so it's good for that. And besides which, you can never have too many wargaming books on your bookshelf. So, question 3, goes my clock, it's midday. God, how time goes. Question 3 of our So a fun quiz. What is the world record for running the 100 meters in ski boots? Believe it or not, there is a world record for running the 100 meters in ski boots. How fast do you think that is? I actually watched, I think it was yesterday, I actually watched the guy do it. He's on YouTube and he breaks the world record for the 100 meters in ski boots. I mean, the odd things people do. I mean, there's also a world record for running the 100 meters in custard-filled Wellingtons. Who comes up with these ideas? So that's question 3. What is the world record for running 100 meters in ski boots? Which doesn't look an easy thing to do, actually, because there's not a lot of give in ski boots. They're quite rigid, what I see of them. So this guy did very well just to run in the damn things. So this horse is almost completed. Well, not completed, but the black is on him. And you can just see, I suppose I could have primed him in black. It would have saved me painting him if I wanted to do this really quickly. There goes my clock again. Thank you. You finished? Yeah. So 100 meters in ski boots. Yes, so this horse is now black. Might have to go over this again a little bit, because like I say, this black is not ideal. And I guess, yeah, a lot of you out there would have just primed this in black and gone over it. And gone over it with the highlights. If you're wanting to get these figures on the gaming table quickly, that's a way around it. But there he is, black, anyway. So I'll do the second one black now. I could do with another cup of tea, actually. So question 4. For all you war gamers out there, all you World War II war gamers. In World War II, what was the total tonnage of bombs dropped by the Allies in World War II from 1939 to 1945? What is the total weight of bombs that were dropped? That's question 4. I don't know how they work these things out, I really don't. But there is an answer for it. Well, I guess there are records of flights and stuff, and what planes were loaded with what. I suppose there are records of it. So maybe you can work it out. But yeah, what is the total tonnage of bombs dropped in World War II by the Allies? This doesn't take into account what the Axis forces dropped on us, which has got to be somewhere equivalent to the answer to this question. Right, so let's have a crack at our second horse. 4 horses of the apocalypse. Yeah, I'm going to order when I have 5 minutes and this is all over. I'm surprised, I'm surprised they haven't said what they normally say when there's adversity. It'll all be over by Christmas. That's what they normally say, isn't it? That's what they told the troops in World War One. It'll all be over by Christmas. Yeah, unfortunately they didn't tell them which Christmas. I mean, I love when Chamberlain made his address on the wireless in World War II. He said, as from 11 o'clock today, we are at war with Germany. And I think, what's this "we" bit? Hang on a minute, Neville. But it is strange at the moment. We're on almost like a wartime footing. It's a very odd feeling. I'm wondering whether I should go out in the garden and build an Anderson shelter. I actually know where there is an Anderson shelter still standing. Any of you out there know where there's an Anderson shelter that you can go and see? A genuine World War II Anderson shelter, still in its original garden in the position it was put in. Probably a listed building now. Probably wouldn't be allowed to do anything to it. Probably on the open market it would sell for a fortune. Yeah, so that's question 4. Question 5. In the TV series Rising Damp, which again we all remember, like on the buses, in the TV series Rising Damp, the landlord of the seedy boarding house where Richard Beccas was a lodger, along with the black guy, Don Warrington, this seedy landlord, whose name was Mr. Rigsby, had a cat. What was the name of Mr. Rigsby's cat? See, painting these you can go over all the harness, because the harness is black anyway. You just go over it with the base colour and highlight it. That's no problem. Yeah, we're getting there. So what was the name of Mr. Rigsby's cat? He always had to think about what was the woman downstairs called? Oh, that's Miss Jones, wasn't it? Yeah. Very funny series. I have it here on DVD, the complete Rising Damp. Yeah, very funny. Yeah, I always enjoy painting horses, And I love, the bit I love most of all is when they're finally finished and all varnished up and everything, putting the rider onto the horse and seeing the final result. That's lovely. Well, I think it's about time for some luncheon, really. I know what I got. If it's, I guess it's if it's for lunch. If it's in the cupboard, I'll eat it. It's a little bit runny now, this paint, so I have to sort that out. So, a couple of questions left. What question is this? Question 6. Now there's not a precise answer for this question. So you'll have to come up with a ballpark figure. When Napoleon invaded Russia, this is another question for all you war gamers out there. When Napoleon invaded Russia in, what was it, 1812? How many troops did he take with him? Now, like I said, there's not a precise answer for this, but there's a ballpark figure that kept sort of cropping up when I looked this question up. But you war gamers out there, you should know. 32 minutes already. Crikey, how time goes. You should know this, you war gamers out there, particularly you Napoleonic buffs. You should know this, or at least have a good idea of the answer to this. Awful lot of those troops didn't come back, just for one man's folly. Yeah, so there's another horse. So now what I think I'll do is I'll let this horse dry and give it another going over with the black before we highlight it. Yeah, so that's question 6. Question 7. In the film, in the movie, which I have here also, I'm a bit of a movie buff. I dearly love to watch old movies. In the film Where Eagles Dare, with Clint Eastwood and Richard Burton, which I'm sure we've all seen, they have to get into a castle which is held by the Germans. What's the name of the castle? The castle has a particular name. What's the name of the castle in Where Eagles Dare? That should be an easy question for you. You should be able to answer that quite easy. There you go. Oh shit. Come on, are you gonna... No, well, you get the basic idea anyway. Did I get paint on my light? No, I didn't. That's okay. So that's question 7. And the final question is, what is the main claim to fame Or probably the only claim to fame, actually, if I think about it. But what is the claim to fame of Frank Morris, Clarence and John Anglin? They are well known for something. What are they well known for? Do you know what Clarence and John Anglin and Frank Morris are most known for? That's a good thing about white primer, I have to say. If you miss a bit, it stands out like a sore thumb, and you can go over it. Well, there you go. That's 2 horses base coated. I've got 2 more to do. Loving this Beccas challenge, or Beccas group build. Loving it enormously. It's been great fun. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoying the whole project of 2 Napoleonic armies in miniature. We are getting there. That's one thing about lockdown and self-isolation. It's given me a real kick up the backside to get on with this and get the troops painted. I still have 1 command stand to do and 12 battalions of infantry, but we're going to get stuck in and give it our best shot anyway and get as much of it done as we can. Well, we're going to get all of it done. It's just how long it takes to do it. So I've been rambling now for 35, 36, 37 minutes, so I'm going to go and have some lunch and a cup of tea. My voice is going now as well. So thanks for your comments, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, thanks for the shout out, fantastic. We're all well on our way to 3 figures, which is fabulous. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you on the next one.